Myles Garrett didn't whisper it. He didn't dodge it. He said it straight up. Shador Sanders is the guy, and it's his job to lose. That's not just a casual endorsement. That's your franchise defensive leader planting a flag. Inside the building, that matters. It sends a message that the team is ready to move forward, ready to commit, ready to stop spinning the quarterback wheel. But then the reports dropped. Instead of building around Sanders, instead of giving the young quarterback a real runway, word leaks out that the front office is pushing offensive coordinator Todd Monken to pursue someone else entirely. Not as competition, not as depth, as a serious alternative. And that name? Malik Willis. And that's when the temperature changed, because this isn't a low-risk backup move. Reports suggest Cleveland could aggressively chase Willis in free agency, potentially paying close to $30 million per year. $30 million. For a quarterback who has spent the past 2 seasons behind Jordan Love in Green Bay. Now let's slow this down. Malik Willis is talented, he's athletic, he's explosive with the ball in his hands. He's got arm strength that jumps off the screen. But production, consistency, proof he can carry a franchise for 17 games, that resume just isn't there. He couldn't lock down a starting job in Tennessee. He's been a developmental piece, not a proven answer. Yet somehow, the logic floating around Cleveland is that his skill set mirrors what Todd Monken worked with in Baltimore. And yes, Monken just coordinated for Lamar Jackson. But comparing Malik Willis to Lamar Jackson because they can both run is like comparing a Honda Civic to a Ferrari because they both have engines. Lamar is a former MVP, a system-defining talent. Willis is still trying to prove he belongs in the starter conversation. But here's the bigger issue. The Browns don't even seem sure what they want. Because while the Willis rumors are heating up, there's another storyline gaining steam. Cleveland is reportedly exploring the idea of trading multiple first-round picks to move up and draft Fernando Mendoza. That's right, trade future assets. Again. For another quarterback. And this is where it gets almost surreal. Just weeks ago, several Cleveland media voices openly questioned whether Mendoza was even a franchise quarterback. Said he had size and tools, sure, but not someone you build around long-term. Fast forward a few weeks, and suddenly the idea of sending 2 first-round picks for him is back on the table. What changed? He didn't play another snap. There wasn't a new breakout performance. No new data. Just a shift in narrative. That's the pattern. That's the problem. This organization reacts instead of plans. It pivots instead of commits. Every time uncertainty creeps in, they reach for something new, something shiny, something that feels different, even if the logic doesn't hold up. And hanging over all of this like a storm cloud is Deshaun Watson. Because while all this quarterback chaos is unfolding, Watson's legal situation has finally quieted down. The final civil cases were dismissed, clearing the legal roadblocks that had followed him since 2021. That's significant. It changes the media conversation overnight. But let's be clear about something. Dismissal doesn't rewrite history. Nearly 30 women came forward with allegations. That doesn't just disappear from public memory. And even if you separate the off-field issues entirely, the on-field results in Cleveland haven't matched the contract. The Browns gave Watson one of the richest, fully guaranteed deals in NFL history. They tied their future to him. And since arriving, he's battled injuries, inconsistency, and stretches where he simply hasn't looked like the quarterback he once was in Houston. So now what? Are they recommitting to Watson? Are they signing Willis to a massive deal? Are they drafting Mendoza? Are they developing Sanders? Because you can't realistically do all of that. Not financially, not culturally, not without turning the quarterback room into a full-blown circus. And that's exactly what this is starting to look like. A 4-man competition fueled by uncertainty. A locker room forced to guess who the real leader is. A coaching staff trying to design an offense without knowing who it's being built for. And while all this confusion swirls, the Browns actually have talent.